YouTube, my name is Shelbi. I go by Shelbizleee here on YouTube, and today I'm coming at you guys with a part 2 of a video that I did months ago. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. To give you guys a little background, I used to be super into dumpster diving for makeup specifically. It was a big part of my channel, maybe like this time last year, and recently I have found that a lot of people were only watching because they were interested in makeup and not so much watching because they cared about reducing waste. That's always been my prerogative with dumpster diving. Pretty much everything, every mission in my life has always been to be more eco-friendly, more friendly to the earth, so on and so forth. That is my reason for breathing, essentially. I took a break from dumpster diving at Ulta because I was tired of feeling used by a lot of people who just wanted free stuff in my giveaways. I'm just not about that life anymore. So if you clicked on this video because you are interested in Ulta dumpster diving, that's cool, good for you. Stay tuned for my next one, but that is not the primary content on this channel. However, today's video is about Ulta and why they destroy their makeup before they throw it out. It's warm in here. So, many moons ago, like I said, I posted a video called Why Does Ulta Destroy Their Makeup? Looks like this. I'll link it in the cards right above. But basically, I had a few theories about why Ulta destroys their makeup because so many people were wondering. Now, I am not an Ulta CEO. I don't work for Ulta. I don't know anything about Ulta and what their prerogative is or is not. But a lot of people in this video took a great offense to the things I was saying. Some people were really constructive in giving us reasons about why Ulta might do this, and some people were just a little... they need to meditate. In any case, I am going to be reading some comments from this video because I still get comments on this video like every week. It's pretty crazy. And I want to read you guys some of them so that maybe we can understand what Ulta employees see and why they destroy their makeup. And one more thing before we jump into this, I did want to say that I have a zero waste DIY and natural makeup series coming up. I think one of them should be out already and the other two will be out shortly, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and I'll link the first episode in the description box. Okay, let's jump into this. So we're gonna hear from a few people who claim to be Ulta employees. I don't know if I believe that they are or not, but there are several people on here who claim that they were and gave us their insights. So this person claims to be an Ulta employee. It says, I currently work at Ulta and I don't enjoy destroying stuff, but I do enjoy keeping my job. We're required to do it, if not we lose our job. If you just throw the product into the trash without destroying them, you can be terminated. We're pretty much threatened with this every time we are made to destroy returned used products. It says, according to my manager, the reason for destroying products is to, and then she lists off the reasons. Number 1, keep dumpster divers from finding a used product, using it, getting some form of an infection, and attempting to sue Ulta. Have no idea if this has ever happened before, in parentheses. So that's an interesting concept, and I would love to hear what you guys know, if you know anything about it, because there are laws in place to protect places who donate things from being sued. So there's something called the Good Samaritan law. People comment this on my dumpster diving videos all the time, that the reason that these places throw out food, makeup, you know, whatever it is, etc., is because if someone eats it or uses it and they get sick, then they can sue the company. But that's not true. Like I just said, the Good Samaritan Act, I can link it below so you guys can read what it is, but essentially it's a law that makes it to where the donator no longer has liability over what happens to you when you use it, eat it, so on and so forth. So I don't know why that would be different if someone got something out of a dumpster, why that wouldn't be their liability instead of Ulta's. I don't fully believe that, because it is law in the United States that once something is thrown out, it is now public property. So it's not Ulta's property anymore. It wouldn't make sense for them to be held liable for it. That was a lot of like jargon. I hope you followed me through it. And then she says, you can't blame a company for not wanting to hand out free makeup and losing profit. No, I don't blame them for that. Yeah, that's what you would do as a business if you're trying to make money. If all you care about is making money and you say, fuck the destruction of this planet, I don't give a shit. Oops. On to the next one. Dumpster diving is the most disgusting thing in the first place, but used dumpster makeup is just out of this world. That speaks of how nasty is the person. Just saying. That's good grammar you got there. I've only heard that countless times, so Not bothered. A lot of people say it would be great if instead of ruining all this stuff, they could donate it to women's shelters, which, yeah, makes a lot of sense. And people often say that it's gross to, you know, donate used makeup or whatever, but the thing that a lot of people don't understand is a lot of the makeup that gets thrown out isn't used at all. I have found plenty and plenty of makeup items in the dumpster that were completely new. Sometimes the employees got lazy and didn't destroy them, and sometimes they did destroy them. But you find things that haven't been touched as well, whether because they're cleaning off the shelves and they need to make space for new things, whether it be because someone bought something, they didn't use it but they returned it. I mean, it doesn't matter if it isn't touched. Ulta is still considering that used, and so they throw it out. But Ulta doesn't try to donate any of their things. They're just all considered damaged and they throw them all away. Okay, the next comment I want to read has an interesting theory, and it goes, Ulta doesn't damage products because of divers, it's because of employees. When you go into the back by the garbage and come back into the salon, they pat employees down to make sure they didn't take any product out of the garbage. She literally had me and the manager take off our coats to pat us down. That's an interesting theory that I never considered, so that's pretty cool. Oh wow, this next person says, fuck getting into a nasty dumpster to get nasty used makeup. I literally go into Sephora and just put shit in my shopping bag and walk out. I agree with makeup being somewhat of a waste because I literally don't need 30 highlighters, yet I do. You absolutely don't. But I only do this because my Sephora doesn't have any buzzers. And 47 people liked that comment. This is just maybe where I take a break and another opportunity to say, I don't dumpster dive because I'm fiending for this makeup. I never dumpster dive because I have some obsession with makeup and I wanted to own so much. I started dumpster diving to reduce waste, and Ulta is just something that took off on my channel. Yeah, I get a lot of comments telling me, why don't I just buy it? Why don't I just spend my money? Why don't I get a job? Have a job. I could afford all of the makeup that my little heart could ever desire, but I don't desire it because it's wasteful, harmful to the environment. Also, like, just the production of makeup in general, not just what's getting thrown out. Like, just creating the makeup to begin with is environmentally harmful. I have a whole video about that, and I can link it in the cards on this side or that side. You'll see it popping up right now. But yeah, I've never dumpster dived because I needed 30 highlighters. Like, that's never been my thing. Yeah, see, here we go. Cheap ass. People work and pay money to create said product, and here you are dumpster diving, getting high-end products for free. Work for what you want. Doesn't make you any better than the homeless person on the corner panhandling. What, are you so much better than the person who is homeless panhandling? Like, what the fuck makes you such a good ass person? Because you pay money for makeup? Ooh, you're a fucking saint. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I commented back to them. I said, I'm glad you pointed that out because you're no better than the homeless person either. We're all equal. Stay humble with a peace sign. Okay, I think that the people who commented on this video, like as Ulta employees, they keep saying we do it so we don't get fired. We do it so we don't get fired. Obviously, I'm not taking issue with the employees. I'm trying to, the purpose of the original video was, why is it Ulta's policy to do that, right? I'm not trying to figure out why employees do it. I know they do it because it's their job. I want to know why that's their job. That was the point of this video. So this person says, which obviously I can't deny or confirm the viability, is that a word? Accuracy of this statement, but she says, the real reason Ulta does this is because the IRS requires any product written off, i.e. return makeup, to be rendered unsellable. Ulta then gets to write this off on their taxes, which in turn Ulta does not have to pay taxes on them. I am quite sure that Ulta and any brand have a deal where they somehow split the cost of the losses. There is such a huge profit margin on this type of makeup, and they definitely have some sort of deal set up. So she's basically saying that the IRS tells them that you're not selling this makeup, but you shouldn't be having to pay taxes on it because it's a return, and if they are able to render them unsellable, then they can write it off. So that would be a reason that they destroy all of their stuff before they toss it, which could be the actual underlying reason. That would seem to be the most motivation that Ulta could have, is tax write-offs and saving money, like actually saving money, not hypothetically like someone got this out of the dumpster so they didn't buy it, but this is like directly saving them money. So I thought that was definitely an interesting thing to take note of. Okay, so we'll do like one or two more, but this is a decent one with a new theory that I hadn't thought about before. And this person says, I know for a fact that Ulta tried to donate makeup, perfumes, etc., but the people on the receiving end went out and sold the stuff, so essentially Ulta isn't to blame, it's the people who ruined it for everyone else. So this person is saying that the reason they can't donate is because, you know, like if you took it to a women's shelter, the women in the shelter would take that makeup and then go sell it. That is an interesting theory. Okay, so here's the last one I'll read, and I'm gonna add some context to it as well. So around this time last year, I was talking to this girl. She went to, I think, Texas State, and she was wanting to write an article on like dumpster diving and the waste in the capitalistic society that we live in, whatever you want to call it. She wanted to write about how much waste there is, and she was going to use some of my videos and my context to add to her article. She interviewed me for it, and come to find out, she wasn't supposed to tell me this. She worked for Ulta. So she told me that they did destroy stuff, and actually she told me that the memo was in their stores with my face on it, talking about dumpster diving, and there was a lot that went into this scenario that I was with this girl. But anyway, she told me that they did make her destroy makeup, and they never really talked about dumpster divers when it was happening. It was just like store policy. They told her she had to do it. And she said it would take them hours. Like, it takes so much time, because you think about it, it's a big store with a lot of customers and probably, no, I know for a fact, a lot of returns, right? I've seen them before. So you take hours sitting and digging out every eyeshadow and taking off every lid to every lipstick and every mascara and so on and so forth. So she said it would take a lot of time. And with that in context, I wanted to read this comment and make that the last one of the video. It says, I wonder how much it costs Ulta to pay these employees to destroy the makeup. Thinking about all of these stores paying workers wages to spend hours destroying, so I don't feel like it's saving money in the end of everything. Which is an interesting way to look at it, dear Ulta, if you are watching. Again, makeup is not my primary reason for dumpster diving, and yeah, there's that. Also, I wanted to say that I do have a zero waste DIY and natural makeup series coming up soon. One of the videos should be out by now, and the other two will be coming up soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I can't roll my R's. Why am I trying? If you're interested in eco-friendly living outside of just dumpster diving for makeup, then join our little family here. Hit the notification bell. Go find me on Instagram. I have a regular Instagram where I post really cool pictures, and I have a second Instagram for dumpster diving. It'll all be linked in the description box. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you later on this week. Remember, until next time, create the peace.